everybody, I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today we're going to take a look at Abdul's adjunct collection. A year or so ago we had a review of Abdul's collection, and since then he's added quite a few, and so we're going to do an update on it. Also, this is a reminder that the 2019 Grand Prix d'Horlogerie has begun, and we have the Grand Prix pick contest, the little thing that pops up there. Well, I made a little video for everyone so you guys can, if you're interested in participating in it. We're giving away 3 prizes, 3 watches, and they're not great watches, but they're brand new and in a box and so forth. So anyhow, if you're interested, take a look at that. All right, let's take a look at this at Abdul's adjunct collection. The first watch on the left there is an ergon, and it's called a Maelstrom 300M. From the this is from a 2019 purchase of Abdul's, and it's a bronze case. It's the first bronze watch that Abdul says he's had. And it has a gradient blue dial on it. Next to it is another interesting one. It's called an EPOS, and it's a passion regulator. Now, a regulator, as you probably know, has a separate dial for each of the timing. Here at 12 o'clock you have the hour dial, at 6 o'clock the second dial, and then right in the middle you have the minutes. And they're used the Roman for the hour, Arabic for the minute, and just indexes for the seconds. Very interesting watch. I still want to get a regulator. I don't have one yet, so maybe soon. Okay, next up is my very favorite Nomos club. It's called the Nomos Club Campus Ace Amsterdam. And thankfully, Abdul sent me the front and the back of it. It's a neat watch. The movements that Nomos started making for itself a few years ago are really beautiful. And so they're good-looking ones. Now, this one, as you can see from the back, is a hand wound, my favorite. And this also has a California dial, where the top half is Arabic and the bottom half is Roman. Usually it's the opposite. The other thing that's unique about this dial, this California dial, is the 4, the Roman numeral 4, 1V. Usually they just have 4 little sticks for 1, 2, 3, 4 and on watches for some reason. Probably because they figure you can squish them in more. Not sure why. Favorite Nomos Club watch with the red numerals. Neat watch, love it. All right, moving right along. I have an Alpina 1965 manual. I wasn't sure whether 1965 was when the watch was actually from or was based on that, but either way, it looks exactly what you'd expect to see in 1965. Now, next to it is a watch I absolutely love. It's an Imperial Jump Hours. And like a lot of these, they look like a bathroom scale, but they are the coolest watches. On the far left, where it has 9, around what we'd usually call 9 o'clock, is the hour, and then inside of that you have the minutes, and on the far right you have I'm pretty sure that's the date. I don't think it's got the second hand on it. Cool looking watch, love that thing. It's really neat. This is what I like about, when I mentioned this is a fun and affordable collection. This is why. Now the next one is an Eldor Geneve chronograph, and here you have a classic chronograph with pushers at 2 and 4 o'clock, and then you have the sub dials for the chronograph timing of it, and then you have the big center second hand that's usually used for your chronograph indicator. Next to that is a watch called Limit, not Limited, but Limit International. It's a manual wind. It's just again, it's a cool watch. Abdul has a collection problem. If he's, it's sort of a C collection. If Abdul sees it, he buys it. He's got it worse than I have. But this is a fun, like I said, a very fun, very cool collection. Okay, moving right along is an Arsa, which is for Auguste Raymond essay. Now, this was from World War II, from 1941. You have all Roman numerals, and notice the four. There you have the four sticks again. It's usually what you see in a where the Roman numerals are used on watches. I like the color of it. I think it's a very cool looking watch. Next to it is a Dugina manual. It's a square watch, another interesting watch. And I have some watches that approach squarish, but nothing like that. By the way, too, I've got on my Beauvais 1930. So this is sort of an old-fashioned kind of watch, but I think it's from 2017, 2018. It's brand new back then. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Now, here you have a Stowa mechanical winder. This is an older one, and it's got a neat looking sort of a goldish dial. The hands are worn. They apparently, I guess, sometimes the loom can eat them up a little, and but otherwise, it's a nice looking watch. It's plain straight. The one next to it is the Delma quartz. Love this one. I know it's a quartz, and but the thing about it, it's a very old quartz. And the way they have it set up along the bezel, you have it 12, 3, 6, and 9. You have Roman numerals. Then on inside the bezel, you have it 5-minute indicators, or 5, 10, 15, and so forth, for all 60 of them instead of the 1 through 12. And then you have this center second, and you have the 3 o'clock date. So it's a quartz watch, but it's a very interesting looking one. All right, this next one is a Mudmaster. I just love that watch. I don't know what I'd do with a Mudmaster, but boy, I tell you, I mean, if I were off-road biker or something like that, I used to do that when I was much younger. How a motorcycle would go running around in the desert in that thing. And this is a good watch for just literally banging around with. The Universal Geneve 236 next to it. This is another interesting dial. Look at how they have, again, they have the Roman numerals on the inside. Well, this is sort of the opposite. They have the Roman numerals on the inside, and then out on the outside in Arabic numbers, they have the 5, 10, and so forth around it. So this is another, like I said, this is a fun collection. All right, now this final two watches are a Blumus manual wind, and that was from the 60s, I believe, and I really, really like the fonts on that dial. They're just, I think the watch that we had, there's a Rolf Lang watch that we've been taking a look at, Canatella. It's got very similar sets. It's a beautiful, beautiful, nice watch. I just like it. And next to it is a Boucher 1975 manual. Now, I'm not sure. There's some writing between the 4 and 8, and I'm not. It looks like the kind of thing you'd have a watch, and you'll have some kind of commemorative thing going for it, and that's what it reminds me of. Is that, well, we're going to have, this is from something in 1975, or it could be simply something about the model. I don't know which. I don't think that Abdul had it either. Anyway, this is from, he said he got it in the Black Forest at a watch fair. That's great. Abdul lives in Germany, and so we know that in the Black Forest. Okay, well, listen, this is the, like I said, about a year or so ago, we did a review of Abdul's collection. This is where it's come from since, and it's like I said, it's a barrel full of monkeys. A lot of fun, interesting kinds of things. It has a regulator. You have jumping hours, and then you got that cool Nomos. It's just a real nice mix. like to hear any suggestions you have in the context of this, and you might want to take a look at the earlier one we did too. So listen. Like I said, love to hear from you guys. If you'd like to subscribe, this is an invitation to. You're welcome. And until next Friday, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Outside, the Art and Science of Watch Collection.